Nancy Pelosi gets completely smashed by an unsuspecting source by MSNBC, the mothership. The Democrat Party newsroom destroys her in public, and I'm laughing the whole time. I think it's great. And she is she may not be drunk, but she wishes she had a big keg or a couple of box wines handy, tapped on the IV. Welcome to Doug in Exile. This is where the happy patriots are. Let's watch Nancy Pelosi get destroyed.
And Joe Biden is doing that, created 9 million jobs in his term in office.
These are fake jobs. These are low-paying jobs. These are part-time jobs. And it's part of the natural recovery from having the masks and everything lifted and the shutdowns lifted and people going back to work. So this isn't like he's not some business dynamo at creating opportunity and jobs.
Donald Trump has the worst record of job loss of any president. So we just have to make sure people know.
That was a global pandemic.
This is my favorite moment. That was a global pandemic. That's MSNBC. Just told her basic facts of Donald Trump had a loss of jobs because people were forced to stay home and people couldn't buy certain things. So certain parts of the economy completely collapsed. That's MSNBC destroying her. Now watch this moment again. You'll see this huge pause. She's completely taken back here. Like, did you just say what I thought you said? Did you just get off script?
No.
That was a global pandemic.
He had the worst record of any president.
She just repeats it again. Did you miss it? She didn't give any more information. She just repeated the statistic again, that he had the worst record under any president because we had unprecedented shutdowns during a pandemic. So MSNBC already countered her, and she didn't offer any new information to address that. She ignores it. Just get on script, MSNBC. You're going to be floating face down in the river.
We've had other concerns in our country. If you want to be an apologist for Donald Trump, that may be your role.
Oh, and now she accuses this news woman of being objective for a second. She's like, oh, the lady just stated a fact. And now by stating facts, you're a Trump apologist. I kind of like that. When speaking the truth, you end up defending Trump by accident. Believe me, this lady, she straightens her out and says, I'm no Trump apologist, so it's something else, Nancy.
But it ain't mine. And he has the worst.
Anybody can accuse me of that.
No one can accuse her of being a Trump apologist, so it's something else, Nancy. I just love watching Nancy completely lose it. It's worth going back and playing it again just to watch her fall apart over and over again. Here's Joe Biden at the press conference dinner that they have every year where people crack jokes at the president. But the president, this is an interesting one. He's talking to Lorne Michaels of Saturday Night Live, how there's a bunch of actors that have played him. Watch.
Lorne's a great friend who's had 8 comedians play me over the years on Saturday Night Live. 8. And who the hell says I'm not a real job creator?
Laugh line. Who says he's not a real job creator? I only want to underline, people have said this before, that there's truth in humor, that it's funny because it's true. He's acknowledging, he's going, who says I'm not a real job creator? I think that's interesting that everyone accepts that as a narrative, that everyone knows he's not a real job creator. It's a huge admission of guilt. Meanwhile, here's Trump on Truth Social and on Twitter, where Trump spent Sunday with Ron DeSantis. They had a big meal together, meeting of the minds. They're on the same page. They're united now. And it's time for everybody. That just means DeSantis is ready to get on board. He doesn't want to lose. If Biden wins this election, DeSantis he's not safe. He'll get thrown in prison too. So DeSantis is on board just for defending his job in Florida. Here's Trump. I'm very happy to have the full and enthusiastic support of Governor Ron DeSantis of Florida. We had a great meeting yesterday, arranged by a mutual friend, Steve Witkoff, at his beautiful Cheryl Bay Club in Hollywood, Florida. The conversation mostly concerned how we would work closely together to make America great again. Also discussed was the future of Florida, which is fantastic. I greatly appreciate Ron's support in taking back our country from the worst president in history of the United States, November 5th, is a big day. Guys, when our side is uniting, and it is, even many of Trump's opponents are all pouring in now. They, first of all, they know they have to save America. They need Trump to save America, but also everyone loves a winner and they see where this is going. You watch people who work in politics, who want to be associated with winning, are going to come pouring into Trump now. We need their support. We'll take their support because we want him to dominate as many states as possible, and including they'll help with fundraising. It's good to not have a divided right. I'm Doug in Exile. Subscribe.